All right. So we're live. You should just do FSD. You should do FSD on yours.
What?
Just put FSD on yours.
Oh. Yeah. Okay.
Hold on. Actually, you have one for him. Wait.
Yeah. The biggest junkie on the site, so why not, you know?
Exactly. I was like, well, we might as well put something. So, all right. Oh, FGC.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Are we live? Okay, cool. Hello. Welcome to SoCal Regionals that are live top 8. We're getting set up right now. I am AFD Requiem. Next to me is Brute. We will be commentating at least this first match. I'll probably be on here for most of the day. So, trying to figure out how we're doing this right now. Seems like we're mostly doing generic buttons and whatnot. Really excited to be here.
Yeah.
So, we are starting off, I believe, with Tenren, one of our longtime DOA players. He started playing, he taught me how to play about a year ago with ThatOneAznJosh, who's actually one of the newer players. And so that'll be one of the few times, they fought once before at a local tournament and never since, so it's going to be interesting to see how that plays out. The other match in losers should be Vincent Rain versus Persistent Stat, excuse me. And then we have winners after that, which would be SCR2014 versus Hodge Shinobi, and Crazy Steady versus Neek Neeks. And that's how top 8 stands at the moment.
It's some of the placements have actually surprised me a bit. So,
yeah. Anyone you're looking forward to in particular?
Well, I mean, personally, I want to see Hodgin and Shade go at it.
Yeah, that's. I'm not gonna lie. That's the fight that is most exciting me at the moment because they're both very, very technical players in a different sense. You see, they play a lot of footsies in the game where DOA doesn't always necessarily emphasize that. So you see a different dimension of gameplay that some people play entirely. So it'll be a very different kind of flavor to a fight. I'm very glad to see that. You know.
And you know, for both of the characters that they are known for using, have very good tools to go against each other.
Right.
So.
And I've seen Hodge and Shinobi play a lot against SCR2014 plays Kasumi, Hayate, various characters as well, Momiji. But a lot of them have a lot of strong tools that way. And while Hodge has a lot of particular experience with Kasumi, because one of our local players up in the north plays her. He also, Hayate also plays Hayate, so he knows that. You know, there's going to be a very known, very understood matchup going into that.
Yeah,
they've studied each other for sure. You know, neither of these players are lacking for that.
Yeah, we're going to see a very technical play there.
Yeah, very technical, very intelligent play.
Going to be a nice change of pace from some of them.
Neeks versus Crazy Steady will be fun. I'm interested to see who Crazy Steady picks because he never picks the same character ever.
Yeah.
The easy bet's on him picking a Virtua Fighter character, but he's been known to surprise consistently.
Yeah,
so,
and I think that's honestly one of his biggest strengths is being able to do that.
Yeah, he's a very versatile player. You know, and either way, he'll be very aggressive with them. So, and we know Nico's going to play Lei Fong.
Yeah.
He's been very much a character loyalist, very different styles that way.
Yeah, Yeah, it would shock me.
Oh, but meanwhile, we actually are, we'll probably be doing button check. Okay. This is going to be, in the meantime, Tenren versus ThatOneAznJosh. Josh is another character, broad character user. He's got a lot of the VF characters are in his arsenal. He's got anyone under the sun. I've played him casuals, and some days he'll pick the entire roster, and I'm just sitting there on one character just going, okay, well, choose. Stop like that character select. Yeah,
so.
every character. And Tenren, he's played a lot of characters in the past. Right now, he's been on a roll with Alpha.
Yeah.
Tenren hasn't been playing a whole lot of DOA5 Ultimate. He just has a lot of experience with the game in general. A lot of DOA4 experience, a lot of DOA5 experience.
Yeah.
And a pretty good fundamental sense. So he's going to be able to put up a fight today. Assuming he doesn't get overwhelmed by things he doesn't understand. So.
Yeah, I think he's been really well utilizing a lot of people are unfamiliar with the Alpha matchup.
Yeah.
I think he's been using that to his advantage, but I think that Josh does know it.
Yeah.
So I don't think that he'll be able to
It won't be that
fight.
surprising.
Yeah.
Tenren, however, is a very smart player, very intuitive, very savvy. So he will be able to figure this out if he's at all possible. So, all right. And we are going to, Tenren's been Alpha. That's going to be on our left. And then we immediately see from Josh as the wheel spins. Really? Okay. Genfu. I will see there's been a big increase in Genfu play ever since Revenge has been dominating tournaments with it. Revenge took three majors in a row with Genfu. So people Genfu's not usually attractive character to DOA players, but it's been hard to ignore that effect. So people have been picking up Genfu, and he's very easy to pick up at least at a very basic level, and his tech is really astounding. He does a lot of damage and has amazing vortexes.
Yeah, and he has a very steady learning curve, so it's not like throwing you off like something.
All right, but here we go, right in the match. Ice level, so we can see a lot of trips. Lows are going to be very powerful here. And right away, Josh is on a roll. Big juggle possible here. Vortex. And right now, Tenren not really doing much with that. Oh, parry. Beautiful. See if we can. Nope. Right now, it seems like Josh is kind of controlling the pressure, keeping him kind of making a little bit of space in defensive hold.
Yeah. Well, off of Alpha's weight class, he's going to be able to get in several hits before he resets her with that air grab.
Right.
So he's not going to want to get long.
Tenren playing surprisingly tentative at the start of this. Alpha is a very aggressive character with a lot of very fast strings, a lot of strong mix-ups right away. It's hard to get around that if you're pressuring her. But I don't really see Tenren using her pressure as much as he could. He's just being attacked by Genfu and his vortexes and crushes, and he's starting to hit too many buttons. Ooh! Interrupts that somehow. High counter throw. This is going to hurt. Alpha has one of the best throws in the game. Goes for 70% damage generically off the high counter. And right away, just off that throw, Tenren takes that match. So we've got to fight. One of Genfu's biggest strengths this matchup, though, is going to be his crushes. He can get under Alpha stuff very easily. Without much trying, 3 people beat out a lot of her generic mids and a lot of her highs. So Tenren's got to be careful of that. And right now, just fully in control with Josh.
Yeah. Up close, he's got that 11.
But if he gets that hold, oh, hold too high. All right, let's see if Tenren can adjust. Right now, Alpha has one of the weirdest punish throws. You have to hit the down part of that in order to actually connect the down throw. And if you just kind of throw it out there, she just goes over your head and it's pretty useless.
Yeah, you can follow it up with that float P, but if somebody's blocking it...
Yeah, it doesn't work out that well. And that floating P is very throw punishable itself.
Yeah, it is.
And that's it. So right now, Josh taking that first match pretty quickly with Genfu. Interesting choice. I wouldn't have expected it, and fairly smart because of the way Genfu can get under Alpha.
It is, yeah. Looks like we're going with Alpha again.
Yeah, I don't think Tenren's got any secrets. So here we go. Right away, 3P pressure, Alpha going in. Oh, very nice hold on the float. That's a very difficult hold to see sometimes. Into a very large struggle.
Against the wall.
And right again, Tenren is just sitting there on block the entire match. If you can't get your pressure going with Alpha, she's a fairly terrible character because once she gets knocked down, she has one wake up pick possible on a specific stance. Oh, he gets a throw.
That seems to be his game plan.
That's going to be his game plan. That's how he's going to see me live and die on that throw.
And
which
that
is not
hold
defensive hold. Which is not really what you want to be doing with Alpha. but
No, especially since Genfu can crush that. So
no throw punch from Josh, which is something you catches it again on the fuzzy.
And that's gonna
hurt.
overkill it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's gone.
Well, if Tenren decides to adjust the strategies to tick throw from the death with the overpowered throw, we'll see how that goes. I can't imagine Josh is going to figure out how to mash it, though, because that's very easy to beat out if you know someone's going to keep trying to throw you again and again and again. It's just the hit buttons
and
very
the recovery
quickly.
frames on it are pretty heavy.
Yeah,
So
they used to be you could just throw that out with impunity. Now you've got to be a little more careful because it does have genuine recovery frames. Nice defensive hold catch. And right away, Genfu going right back in. No question. Let's see. All right. Yeah, finally starting to use alpha speed a little bit at the beginning of the fight. Nice hold high. Nice whiff punishment. Right away into hold. Yeah, I think Tenren's trying to just back off a little bit and control Josh's spacing because Genfu does have limited spacing options, and Josh is a player known more for trying to stay in your face and do as max combos as he can. But if Genfu's going to be in your face and 3P'ing the entire time, it's going to hurt.
Right.
Interesting hold, right punch.
Yeah, and Genfu can huddle back if he wants to.
Yeah.
And play keep out.
That's going to
so
hurt. Oh, nice hold, saved his life. No throw punishment, Max going to kill him.
Yeah.
If he'd been a little wise on the throw punishment, just a few more adjustments, and he would have been able to put more fire. But right there, just Genfu was kind of able to keep pressure with 3P and a lot of engineer crushes, and that was able to seal it for Alpha. So that brings us to our other losers fight, which will be Vincent Rain versus Persistent Stat. Yep. So Stat, I forgot who Stat is using these days. He uses Tina and Ayane.
Yeah, he uses Tina and
that's what
Ayane.
he's using
That's what he's
yesterday.
been using here.
I wasn't actually here yesterday because I went to the beach and sorry.
Yeah, that whole
thing.
happened.
That thing happened.
And moving on.
Moving on, but so
yeah,
I didn't see that, but he's still using still using Tina and Ayane.
Yes,
yeah.
I think he's gonna use Ayane personally.
Okay.
His final match, he actually won with Tina, but he seems more comfortable with Ayane, I think. Whereas Tina, he is very aggressive with. But I think that he feels like he's stronger with Ayane, so I wouldn't be surprised if
And Vincent Rain has a few characters in his arsenal. He's got a Mila. He's been very comfortable with Mila. Although Mila, his favorite thing about Mila was the vortex throw, where she would do her forward generic punish throw, and she would do her high kick, and it became a standalone vortex. That was diminished at the least in the latest patch, and I think he's not maybe been as big on her since.
Yeah, I mean, when I was playing him, I got his Mila no problem, and then he switched over to Kokoro and got me that way. So
yeah, so he's he's got a few characters.
He's gonna go.
Yeah, he's got a Kokoro. He's been playing her for a while. He's got a Pi, which is another nice thing because Pi is again a VF character, and sometimes you can catch people who are not heavy data players.
Yeah.
Don't understand frame rate very well on the VF characters just because they have frame rate. DOA is a system that works primarily on negative frames on block, and the way that the VF characters sometimes break that rule, and so you want to hit. Sometimes people want to hit a button in places where it doesn't actually make sense.
Yeah. Pai's spacing game is very strange, though. You really have to adjust to it. So if he's not comfortable with that against Ayane, I don't think he would go that route.
Yeah.
Because she's got such phenomenal spacing capabilities.
All right. So what do we got?
Let's see how it goes.
Yeah. Looking both pretty serious, getting ready. Music as always.
It's apparently a genius by birth.
Yes.
Takes no effort.
No. Oh, I hear Kokoro. I don't see it. And Tina, okay. Can we switch over? I can't see the map.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
There we go.
There we go.
Oh, he chose Tina.
Yeah. So Stat's gonna be the one using Tina.
Yeah.
First one using Kokoro. Small stage, both so it's gonna be a high pressure game with both characters. So it kind of benefits both that way. Right away though, pretty evenly matched. Stat managed to pull it out.
Yeah.
All right, so I see Vincent Rain trying to use Kokoro's in-string throw, and Stat is not falling. He's mashing every time the transition comes out.
Yeah.
If Vincent Rain doesn't make the adjustment, that's going to be very painful. I see it right there, yeah. Finish with a punch and hit him instead.
Yeah, he's been onto that dual uppercut string, and then he'll mix it up into either
that is
kick
unsafe. Vincent Rain does a side step instead.
Yeah.
Doesn't really fall from the combo. Would have killed him. again doesn't throw punish. Tina's unsafe there as well. Yeah, he clearly doesn't understand Tina's game. However, he still managed to catch it right just fine. Using the lows to try and get in with here's stats pressure against the wall. This is going to go for a lot of damage right away. Starts to approach it early.
A very common approach with Tina is to try and score that one key on counter hit, and it seems to be working here when he's going for those throws. Yeah.
A lot of times Tina will do that into a throw, or they'll just start a stun opener. Yeah, as you said, right away, 1P into an offense. Nice hold. That's a very hard hold to catch up in 2K. So he's being clearly on top of the game right now. That is it.
Wow.
Stat taking actually very fast. Those last 2 rounds were very fast. Just got him into the wall, and that's in that wrestling stage, and just pummeled him into it.
Yeah.
We'll see if Vincent Rain's gonna change characters. That was brutal and fast. So he is switching to Mila.
Back to Mila, okay.
And Stat has to stay on character. So.
Okay, well.
Well, we'll see.
Seems like he's going solid with Tina. So.
He just has to handle Stat's pressure better. He can't be. He's gotta be less button heavy, willing to block. Stat is a very aggressive player.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Tries to go for a low. Gets hit on it. Unsafe. Okay.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. Doesn't get anything off it. Tries to go for launcher. Stat slow skips out of it. See 1P in the throw. I see a lot. Yeah.
Because
you gotta be careful. It's a very powerful mix-up because either she's going to go for a lot of damage on a throw, or you're mashing a button where you shouldn't be.
Right.
Right. So it's hard. Punish. Well,
that's gonna be
not a strict. Breaks it though. Neither of them actually connecting their combo first.
Yeah. And she's actually got 2 options from that one too. So
yeah. The ones that we had a discussion about that the other day, where they're interesting because they don't necessarily. It's just positioning pretty much. There's not a lot of damage in it.
Yeah. Tina's definitely a grappler. She's got a lot of options from all her throws.
All right, Vincent Rain finally getting a solid combo for pressure. A lot of questions to end. Stat overholding there.
Yeah.
Gets blown up for it. Yeah, it seems to be whoever kind of gets that first hit in and maintains momentum is winning these fights because neither of them are playing defense.
Yeah.
That was a beautiful hold though to catch him on that recovery.
Still going with that.
As he attempts to again hit a button. Yeah. There we go. Nice blocking. Sets his own offensive. Into a power launcher. He drops it. Oh, that's painful. That's so painful.
Mila's got some brutal power launchers.
She does. If you go for Mila's full power launch combos, they can do 2/3 your health bar straight up. That would have been quite the feat, but sad drop. Oh, man.
Yeah, going very aggressive.
Yeah. Oh, tries to feint that. Vincent Rain not falling for the feint. Goes into Vortex, though. Gets it. Held. One of Vincent Rain's things with Mila is to establish that frame pressure using 2P, just hit his ankles a lot. And he's getting some momentum with it, but it's not enough if he's getting held right out of the... Oh! This is out... Wow!
That was a good comeback.
That was... Yeah.
Wow.
Well, that one goes down. I was surprised the last one. Vincent Rain was at +3 after he landed the neutral hit.
Yeah.
He didn't hit any button, including block, and got hit in the face. I don't know what happened there.
I think maybe he was expecting him to try and back up, but...
Yeah, not sure. All right, so we're on to winners. This looks like it's going to be Nico versus Steady based on who's sitting down.
All right, hype.
So this should be another actually pretty aggressive game because these are both two fairly aggressive players. Steady, regardless of the character he's picking, and Nico, Lei Fong is known as a defensive character, and a lot of people assume that she should be playing defensive character, but a lot of the players from the West Coast who have played her, in particular Nico, use her in a way that's also extremely aggressive.
Yeah.
And Nico will try and rush you down the center as hard and as fast as he can.
Right. Well, one of the great things about her defensive capabilities is actually that they switch her just back into offense.
Yeah.
So, she can just do some pokes, throw some sabaki at you, and then she's right back on the offensive.
She's right on the offensive.
So she really can be a heavy, heavy pressure character.
Yeah. And they come in very fast and very hard to the center. She gets underestimated for that quality. You think she'd be easy to hold because they're usually mid-punch connections, but it's not actually that easy.
No,
not if you're doing it right, and he knows what he's doing.
And most of her stuns aren't too deep either, but if you connect them right, you can just chain them and go.
So, it'll be interesting. Again, as I said earlier, I have no idea what who Steady is going to pick in this, because Steady can play basically